Hi, my name is Lasco Atkins. This is my normal accent. This is not fake or put on, but I actually try different accents around the world because I've lived in a few countries. Here is my voice reel. Various accents.
This part is your Abdullah oblongata. Yeah, it's the best bit. Yummy.
Давай, товарищ. Давай. You have a lovely new wife now, da? This is your family now. Welcome to the new end. The world is yours. Go ahead. Take it. Have fun.
That was the end of the Iga Ninja. We have lived here for hundreds of years, but Oda Nobunaga, he wanted to kill us all. We had no more family left, nowhere to go. I fled, leaving my family and home behind. Japan was never the same again. It would not be like the old ways, not the way of the ninja. It would be only shogun. But I made it to Ninja Haven, where I still fight samurai in the afterlife. Never forgiven them the mortal sin they committed against us. We wanted to be left in peace, live alone, but they had to wipe us out. They came for us all that day, only I managed to escape. I live on in the memory of the ninja.
English accent. People say our myths and legends are untrue, that they are just tales. Well, after Ragnar Lodbrok was killed by King Aela of Northumbria, I went on my own journey of self-discovery and battled many monsters and strange creatures. It all led to Ragnarok and the return of Loki's 3 children, Hel, Fenrir, Jormungandr, along with evil shamans raising the Draugr from the dead. The eternal sleep, dragons and other beasts finally came for us all. First Odin, then Thor fell in battle. After that, all Midgard burned. The apocalypse was nigh. After the great battle of Ragnarok, we lost all on both sides. Midgard was no longer ours. Our ancient rivalries defeated us all. Despite the 9 realms being destroyed, we lived on in eternity as heroes and legends in sagas and mythology. We watched as Earth, as it is now called, survives the hardships and turmoil. These new humans have claimed Midgard for the rest of time. They repopulate the world into their fateful day and have a Ragnarok of their own.
I fought alongside King Leonidas at the Hot Gates in the Battle of Thermopylae. We stood against infinite odds, yet would not budge. We would pay the ultimate price, but our sacrifice helped delay the Persian invasion for days. I fought with Alexander the Great at Issus and Gaugamela, where we twice defeated Darius III, the so-called King of Kings. We conquered more land than ever in the history of man before us. He gave purpose to Greece and its citizens once more. I made a name for myself in the arenas. Eventually, I would fight in the Colosseum alongside my previous General Maximus. We fought in Gaul and Britannia against barbarians and pagans. In the arena, Emperor Commodus watched us die from his throne. In every battle, a strange soldier would appear to me. He didn't look like the other men at the time. Similar, but not like the rest of us. As if from another place, watching me throughout the ages until his purpose was clear. He was guiding me to my destiny to be a soldier on Earth. He inspired me in battle. He became my mentor, my brother. I walked the world aimlessly after that until he reappeared to me again during a fierce fight in the great Colosseum itself. I first saw him in the crowd, and then in the arena with me. I fell down and dropped my gladius.
Rise, soldier. I'll pass you the sword of destiny.
I heard his voice in my head. I could sense his thoughts without words. He explained to me why he brought me back time after time, how all my previous lives had a purpose. I was teaching him, and he in return let me live throughout the ages for a reason.
The golden age of the pirates ended in the 1730s. Our claim in the Caribbean was over, so we left the warm seas and headed south, where we came across a Dutch trading vessel. They sold us a map and told us of giant creatures still living in New Zealand. We went looking for glory and these mythical beasts. We traveled the seas, defeating these monsters. It was our life now, our duty, our responsibility. The tales of Blackbeard and Anne Bonny were over. The tale of our conquest was about to begin.
American accent. Once upon a future time, through the ages, man has been violent, evil even. Well, in the 21st century, he finally took it too far. It wasn't long until the nukes started flying all over the globe. The survivors were few. Humans dwindled, yet monsters flourished. 'Twas a zombie apocalypse upon us. Only one stood in the way. I, the adjudicator. In a world full of secrecy and deception, samurai and ninjas reign supreme. The Sengoku period is known as the Warring States period. After that, the shogun assumes total control and power over the now unified nation.
Many battles were fought with many clans. Oda Nobunaga was slain, but through his murder, Tokugawa Ieyasu takes supreme control and wipes out any resistance from central Japan. He did what no one managed to accomplish in nearly 200 years of constant war. The ninja golden age was from 1485 to 1581. With the Iga ninja destroyed, only the Koko remained loyal to the shogun. Ninjas were still used, but their main skills are forgotten, often ending up as martial arts teachers and policemen. Tokugawa even employed them as gardeners in his main castle, as bodyguards, undercover in case any troubles arose. Their status in society diminished, and they were discredited from their previous glories. Tokugawa's family survived the Warring States period for over 200 years. Japan was at peace, finally, but under a military dictatorship. The wars were won with the might of the guns, mass-produced by his armies. The age of the ninja was over. In the end, the samurai ruled supreme over the nation. Myths still linger about modern-day ninjas, but mostly they are untrue. However, out in the wilderness, some still train in the ancient secret fighting techniques. Their true names, Shinobi no Mono.
Vets will tell you they saw some weird shit in Nam. Well, I'm here to tell you it's all true. Giant centipedes and spiders, also intelligent rock apes, even lizard people in subterranean tunnels. I saw it all, heard it all. And what was done about it? Classified, so they say. It's what the US Army does best. Blow shit up and cover it up. Hoorah! Semper Fi. In Nam, the deepest, densest jungle there was is a place we call Monkey Hill. That's on account of these here intelligent apes that we had a fight with. The authorities would tell you all that they was gibbons or chimpanzees. Well, there wasn't no VC or NBA, that was for damn sure, I tell you that.
We battled those creatures for hours till the sun came up over their horizon. We lost a couple of good soldiers that day. The enemy didn't even take a single casualty. Turns out, the Vietnamese knew about them all along, and no one figured to tell us a damn thing. Well, Green Berets came in and put them in their place. They cleaned them out good and proper. Last I heard, them remains there got shipped back stateside. And that was all she wrote. Covered up with the rest of this cursed war. 60,000 soldiers died for what exactly? God? Religion? Spreading communism? Anyone ever tell you war is hell? Well, it's worse than that, since sins are committed every second and every minute. Why do you ask, did we embark in this never-ending battle? Truth is, we were told we'd see the world. A free chance to see Europe and the Pacific. Well, it ain't much to look at if you survive D-Day, that is. After that, it was bomb village after village. Europe was unrecognizable after the Nazis destroyed everything in sight. Ruins and debris was all that was left by the time we got there. Destroyed homes and destroyed lives. What the history books don't tell you, Hitler was into some weird occult shit. Our duty was to seek out his classified operations conducted in absolute secrecy. We uncovered some supernatural stuff, I tell you. We trailed the Yamato for days. Then one night, we hit it with all our torpedoes, one after another. It took 10 in total to take her down. She was the largest battleship of its day. Then something supernatural appeared from the explosion. We couldn't tell if it was alongside the ship when she blew. Some of my men speculated it could have been transporting the ship's cargo hold. Sure was big enough. All I knew was this massive creature came from the explosion itself, as if after a while it shot straight out of the sky from the direction it originally came from. We never saw anything like that again, and the war carried on like nothing had happened. Any doctor or expert that examined us said we was experiencing radiation sickness. We just completed a successful mission of deploying airborne paratroopers behind enemy lines. We were heading back to base when we witnessed flying objects that can only be described as colored orbs. They had no propulsion we could see, and yet their speed was unmatched by anything on our planet or any military I knew of. First we thought it was Hitler's top secret technology, or even Russian spy planes. Whatever they were, they outflew and outmaneuvered our Mustang fighter jets. We labeled them food fighters since someone blurted it out, and it kinda stuck. When we told our superiors at debrief, they simply shrugged it off and calling us fatigued and shell-shocked. We were told never to talk about it ever again for the rest of our service, and even our lives. We knew that there was something they wasn't telling us. We know that shit was real no matter what. It was getting close to the end of the war in the Pacific. We finally beat the Japs back from invading Australia and New Zealand. That's how far south they got. Our mission was to take control of the Solomon Islands in South Polynesia. I could say it was a mission like any other, but I'd be lying. This one battle in particular, we encountered something unheard of before. It was never mentioned in any of the history or science books. We were a small squad on patrol in the jungle when we were suddenly ambushed by what can only be described as a giant. It came at us out of the blue and angry as hell. We were sent out to an old outpost in the sticks. We had to guard this ancient village for 1 week. When we relieved the previous squad, they were in a rush to leave and to give us a tour of the camp. They looked like they hadn't slept in a week. We asked what was up, and all they said was, "Don't trust your eyes and ears at night." We shrugged it off, and they departed without anything further to say. So we set off the next morning without giving the relief team a tour and told them what had happened every night that week. All we said to them was, "Don't trust your eyes and ears at night." And we took off just like we had when we arrived, in a disheveled state, knowing that hell was real, and all the rest was too.